Hey YouTube world, what's going on? Mark here from TST Industries, back in the garage with another installation video. And as you can see beside me, we have a Yamaha Tracer 900. This is a 2019 model motorcycle, so the following installation process will be specific to the 2018 to 2020 generation Tracer. If you have a 2021 and up model Tracer 9 GT, this installation method will differ, so please take note of that. Now today we will be installing our TST Mech-GTR front turn signals. This is a pretty straightforward installation process, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in and get the bike torn apart. So to begin this installation process, all you need is a 4mm hex key or Allen key, along with a small flathead screwdriver. We have 3 bolts that are securing this fairing and signal shroud to the bike, and then 1 friction fastener that pushes in. So begin by removing these bolts. We have one right in the front, and these bolts aren't traditional bolts. They're actually sort of like Zeus fasteners. So once you begin to unscrew it, it'll kind of just fall out and then you can pull it out. Doesn't take much force. So we got the 2 front ones, and then there's one located on the rear. Once those are off, you want to pull gently on the fairing in these 2 positions, if possible, away from the bike, and that will free this pushpin friction fastener from the holding geometry. Now we can see right here, this is the wire connection for the turn signal. We're going to lift up on that, freeing this from the bike. Now we can take it over to our table and begin the removal process of this back signal shroud. So bringing the signal shroud and signal fairing over to our workbench, our work table, we're going to go ahead and start disassembling this. We do need to get access to the underside of this shroud, this inner fairing shroud, in order to remove the signal. So we will start by removing 2 bolts located on the ends. These are 4mm hex key or Allen key bolts. Fairly simple to remove. Now with those removed, we do have these posts that contain these retaining clips on them. We're going to use a flathead screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, and simply pry up on the bottom while keeping our finger over it. That way they don't go flying across the room. And I will show you, but sometimes they get warped like this one. We'll flatten that out before we reinstall these. And with those 3 retaining clips removed and the 2 bolts removed, we can now focus on separating this by simply pulling it forward and placing it to the side. Now we have access to the back side of the signal. Pretty simple. If you've removed Yamaha signals before, this process will be familiar. In short, you're going to take your flathead screwdriver, wedge it between this hard plastic base and the rubber gasket that is on the signal, and pry up gently. And you can do the same on the opposite side if you feel you need to. That will free the hard plastic spacer from the signal, and now we can gently pull on the signal body. This flexes quite a bit and your signal is now removed. I'm going to toss that to the side, and we will now grab our Mech-GTR front turn signal kit along with our running lights. We chose the hyper white running lights in this scenario, so we'll show you how to get this all situated. Unboxing the signals, you can see here we have 2 spacers, 2 ratcheting locks, obviously 2 signals, and then 2 O-rings. And as a safety precaution, we did go ahead and with every purchase of our Mech-GTRs, you do get an extra set of ratcheting locks in case you lose one, damage one, want one as a fidget spinner, whatever the case may be. Now that the contents are unboxed, let's go ahead with actually assembling the signals as they will be to install them on the bike. So first we're going to start by installing our running light. We're going to take one of our running light modules out of the box, or out of the bag I should say. They come like this. We're going to take the wire, hold the signal, or hold the running module, and slide the wire through this channel. so that it sits like this. At this point, you can go ahead, grab your signal body, and also feed the wires through that channel from the signal. And then we're just gonna press that in place. So now the running light function is installed. It will function once we connect this electrical connection, and as you can see, everything else is plug and play. It is important to note this running light function is specific to North America. We do understand that other markets for Yamahas do not have a running light function by default. So please, please, please check your electrical connection. If you have this 3-position plug, but only 2 wires are on it, you do not have a running light function. If you have a different style of plug, you can contact us with some photos. We might be able to help you out. But please note, if you are international and you purchase these signals, they might still be plug and play. You may not have a running light function, so please be aware. Now, with all that in mind, we are good to actually go ahead and install the signals into the fairing shroud, into the signal fairing, I should say. So what we're going to do is take one of these spacers, and there's a flat portion, and then there's a concave portion. We're going to take the flat portion so that it sits along the flat edge and the flat surface of the signal body. Slide this all the way over, the entire assembly, and then slipping it all the way on so it sits flat all the way around. And lastly, we will take one of our O-rings, slip it over, and voila. It actually is meant to sit as much as possible in that beveled edge, into the concave edge of this spacer. So please keep that in mind. When you go to apply it, it might just, it's a rubber O-ring. It flexes, so you can just press it in. As you install the signal on the signal shroud, signal fairing, it will seat itself a little bit better. Let's go ahead and route our wires through the signal fairing. And it's pretty self-explanatory in which orientation they go. The signals only fit one way. So now that that is there, pretty happy. We could take one of our ratcheting locks, and with the teeth down, we're going to place it over the wires, snake the wires all the way through, and make sure that it engages on the signal body. We're going to press down gently, making sure you made full contact. And if you need to, you can apply a little bit of pressure with a tool just on the edge to make sure it is fully seated. I'm pretty happy with that. And before we install them on the bike, I do want to show you how they look once they are installed. You will see the black spacer. This transparent, opaque base will emit the running light accent light, and then you'll get a little bit of the running light on the bulb as well. So just so you can see ahead of time, and all these photos, obviously, in our product page, we will have photos showcasing how they sit. Now with that in mind, we are good to go. If you have a small zip tie, you can go ahead and at this point secure the wires together, or if you have a twist tie. I'm going to do that because I do prefer that method. But if you don't have one, no need to fret. It is not necessary for installation. I just like a little bit of a cleaner installation, so I'm going to go ahead and do that ahead of time. Pretty happy with that, and that allows us enough wire length to connect the signal to the bike. We're going to grab the inner signal shroud, feed the wire through just enough, and line this all up just like so. Let's go ahead and start with the black bolts. Reinstall those. And then we need to go ahead and grab these retaining clips. Now what I'm gonna do at this point actually is roll this mat up just a little bit, fold it, and with the flat edge of my flathead, I'm actually going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of force, try and flatten them down a bit. These are meant to be reused. They're not my favorite type of fastener, but they are secure. I'm pretty happy with that. And now to reinstall these, we're actually going to take a 7mm socket. If you have an 8 or 6, that should work as well. The idea is to place these on one of the posts, and I'll do it on the easiest one to see for the viewers. But we're gonna place it on the post as centered as possible, and then grab the socket and just press down on it. Gives it a nice clean edge. All the surfaces are flat up against the signal shroud. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna copy that step over for the other 2 locations. All right, now with that all complete, we are ready to install this back on the bike. Before doing so and finalizing anything, we want to actually connect this and make sure it is functional. So let's go ahead and do that at this point. Now that it's connected, I should see a running light, which I do, and signal light. We are happy with that. We're confident in our work. Everything is secure, so let's remount this. Now it is important to note that the bottom of this fairing shroud, let me disconnect this. The bottom of this fairing shroud does have this mounting bracket of sorts. It interlocks with this tab. This push pin interlocks with that friction grommet. So we're gonna slide this in from the bottom and then push it in. It'll lock it in place, and then we can proceed with reinstalling the hardware. So we'll start at the bottom, just as I explained. I am happy with all of that. Now we'll take our 4mm again. All right, and this side is now complete. These steps are exactly the same on the left side of the bike. We're going to go over to that side and speed through the installation just so you can see everything is done the same, but we won't go into full details. Once we're done, we'll be all good and ready to ride. All right, and as you saw, this installation is now complete. We've added in a really nice accent running light with our Mech-GTRs and a really bright turn signal, all plug and play. And best of all, it's allowed us to remove those bulky pumpkin signals that are put on by default. So if you like these products, you want to check them out, be sure to stop by our website, tstindustries.com. We have these and a bunch more products available for the Tracer 900 and a multitude of other models as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't be afraid to leave them in the comment field below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with all the new videos we are going to be putting out. And lastly, stop by our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all username TST Industries, to stay up to date with everything going on here at the shop. For now, this has been Mark from TST Industries. Catch you guys next time.